Hi Leo, welcome to your love reading for April 2019. This is Elizabeth from channeledguidance.com. I've already shuffled the deck, so let's go ahead and begin. Let me just get my candle here out of the way. Let's start with this deck and let's get you 9 cards. This is a love reading for the sign of Leo for April 2019. The first card that you have, Leo, is the Queen of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Leo for April. 3 of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Leo for April. Fool. Love reading for the sign of Leo for April. 7 of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Leo for April. Knight of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Leo for April. The Hierophant. Love reading for the sign of Leo for April. 5 of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Leo for April. 7 of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Leo for April. And the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, what's the most important thing that Leo needs to hear about their love life for April 2019? The message that you have, Leo, is the Page of Cups. So for some of you, for those who are single, this can definitely be a new relationship coming in. If you're hoping to reunite with an ex, this can be rekindling that relationship. But this can definitely also be you hearing something that you really want to hear. This can be a declaration of love. Someone definitely opening their heart to you, telling you that they love you. So we'll come back to this card to see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. Also, if you'd like to get a private reading with me, just go to my website, channeledguidance.com. I'll put a link down below. Also a link to my Facebook, and you should be watching this on YouTube channel, Channeled Guidance Tarot. Okay, so let's see what you have going on here. You have the Queen of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the Fool. So we're starting off with your energy, Leo, although if you have a partner or an ex who's also a fire sign, so Aries or Sagittarius, then this can definitely be their energy as well. But I feel for most of you, this is you. This is the sign of Leo. I feel like you're waiting for something. You have the 3 of Wands, which to me this always represents waiting for something to happen. You're waiting for an opportunity. You're waiting for the perfect timing. And, you know, you have the Fool here, so I feel like for many of you, you're waiting for some type of new beginning. For those who are single, it could be that in the month of April, you're waiting for, you know, a new partner to come in. For those who are already coupled, it could be that you're just waiting for a new beginning with a person that where maybe there's a lot of struggles, because I do see that in the spread. There's just a new beginning available to the sign of Leo where you just have to trust. And because we have the 3 of Wands there, it could be that you've been waiting for this for some time. Maybe you've been waiting to hear from someone, because you do have the Page of Cups here. You've been waiting for someone to tell you how they feel about you, or you've been waiting to hear that somebody still loves you, or that somebody still wants you back. For everyone, it's going to be different, but I do see you waiting, and then here comes this huge energy from the Fool, which is a major arcana of a new beginning, where you're just going to have to trust your heart and your intuition that this is the right path for you. And like I said, some of you have been waiting for this person to return, or you've been waiting for this person to make up their mind about you. Now in the second row here, you have the 7 of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Hierophant. So, I mean, the 7 of Swords to me, this can definitely represent deceit. I mean, it's not going to apply to everyone, but I feel like I have to mention it. It can definitely be if you were in a relationship where somebody was cheating or somebody was dishonest. I feel like you're really having to trust your intuition about this person, because you have the Hierophant, which is a very spiritual energy of, you know, of listening to your intuition, listening to your higher guidance. Perhaps if, you know, you're watching this video because a person has completely let you down, maybe they cheated on you, there were lies, maybe it wasn't cheating, maybe it was some other type of lies, and you're wondering, should I even be with this person anymore? Again, the Hierophant is telling you have a lot of guidance around you, telling you what you should do. But the Hierophant for others, I mean, this can definitely be telling you that you have a very strong connection with someone. To me, the Hierophant is a card of kindred spirits and soulmates. It's not just really a soulmate energy, because I mean, to me that's like the 2 of Cups. The Hierophant is even better than that, because this is the person that you truly belong with. This is where you really belong. And for some of you, you may not be seeing that. Either you're not seeing it or the person that you love doesn't see it because you have the Seven of Swords, which can definitely be self-deceit. So for some of you, you may be highly frustrated because you see what you have with a specific person. You know that you love them. You know they're the one. They may not see it that way that yet. They may not be there. That could be what you're waiting for there. So they can definitely be sticking their head in the sand here with the Seven of Swords. You know, kind of, you know, lying to themselves about their feelings for you, and this is possibly what you're waiting for. With the Knight of Swords in the middle of all this, I mean, this can definitely be things changing very quickly. To me, the Knight of Swords is like the Tower. It could be that 1 minute, you know, you're not with this person, or they're not clear as far as their feelings for you, and then everything changes all of a sudden, completely out of the blue. Let's go ahead and see what the bottom row has here. Let's see. We've got the Five of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. So, I mean, I feel like you're really struggling here with the Five of Pentacles. This is a card of emotional poverty, and you're really hurting. You feel isolated. You feel lonely. This is the energy of just someone completely shutting you out of their lives. Of somebody, either somebody has completely shut you out of their lives, or you just feel really isolated from your partner. You are being told that you need to speak up here. So for those of you who are already coupled or you're married and you just feel like, you know, something's missing between you and your partner, you feel like you're just not as close as you used to be, or they're pushing you away, this card is telling you, you really need to speak your truth. You need to be firm. You have the Three of Pentacles, which is about teamwork. This is telling you you can fix this relationship, but it can't all just be you. You have to work together to repair this, because this is something where you're just feeling isolated, you're hurting, and for some of you, yes, you may feel like someone has completely shut you out of their lives. Let's go ahead and get a few more cards so you can see the rest of the message. What other messages are there for the sign of Leo for April 2019? You have the Lovers. What other messages are there for the sign of Leo for April? You have the Devil. What other messages are there for the sign of Leo for April? And you have the Eight of Pentacles. So yes, you know, there is a strong connection here with the Lovers. To me, the Lovers, it is a relationship, of course. It is sometimes a long-term relationship. But the most important thing that I always get from the Lovers is that this is a relationship that you want very much. I feel like there is a person that you very much want to be with. You very much want to be with this person. You're deeply in love with them, but there is some type of negative influence here. You know, with the Devil, you see the two people chain here together. There could be, I mean, the Lover sometimes also represents a choice. There can be someone else in the picture. There can definitely be another person in the picture, because you've got two sevens here. You've got the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Wands. And the sevens sometimes do represent decisions. Somebody has a decision to make. Perhaps that's what you're waiting for. So I see there's a relationship you want very much, and it can definitely be with someone maybe that you want to date, you want to get to know, or, you know, you want to hold on to this relationship. Either way, you have the Devil telling you there is some strong negativity here. And I mean, this is a general reading, so it's going to be different for everyone. It could be that, you know, maybe that person is in a really bad place. Maybe they're being very pessimistic. Maybe it's become an unhealthy relationship and you don't know how to fix things. You do have the Eight of Pentacles, which means that there is a lot of work to do to remove this energy from the equation, because there is a relationship that you want so much, but there is some negativity around it with the Devil being in here. There's something that is working against you when it comes to you having the relationship that you want. And again, it can definitely be that one person is becoming too pessimistic, or there can be other things going on. It could be that there is this, you know, the person maybe is in a bad place, or maybe you're having a lot of trouble, and maybe you're not maybe you're not able to commit. It's going to be different for everyone, but I mean, the Lovers does represent some type of choice. Let's see what the confirmation deck wants to tell you. Let's move this way. What other messages are there for the sign of Leo for April? You have the Chariot. What other messages are there for the sign of Leo for April? You have the Three of Wands, which is a repeat card because it's right here. What other messages are there for the sign of Leo for April? And you have the Six of Swords. What's the most important thing that Leo needs to hear about their love life for April 2019? The Two of Cups. So you do, you know, you already have this energy here from the Hierophant, kindred spirits and soulmates, really finding the person you belong with. Either you've already found them or you're going to be finding them very soon. And now you get the soulmate card as the main energy from the second deck. So this is telling you that you have a very close bond with someone. Although it seems like, you know, there's something else going on here, like you're having to wait. And there is some type of negative influence here that could be interfering in your relationship. But for others, it can also be that, you know, you're really feeling isolated from this person, or this person is not letting you in. Let's take a look at these last 3 cards that I pulled for you. So you have the Chariot, which is, I mean, this is victory. This is telling me that yes, you're having to wait for things to come together with this relationship that you really want, which is the Lovers. You really want this relationship, which, you know, it has a strong potential to change your life because it is a major arcana. Yes, there's some obstacles here, like this one, and the 3 of Wands, which is waiting. But the Chariot is telling you, if you stay in the driver's seat, if you're very persistent, then this will manifest for you. And the Chariot does also represent the sign of Cancer. So I mean, you have Cancer here. So for those of you where, I mean, this can definitely be the person that you want to be with. Sun, moon, or rising, male or female. It can even represent your energy if you have a moon or rising in a water sign. I just see, you know, Cancer and Leo here together, waiting. Again, 3 of Wands, 3 of Wands. Keep in mind the 3 of Wands is waiting, but you're not waiting in vain. And then we have, you know, a healthy change here with the 6 of Swords. This always represents a change, but not just a change. There is a very healthy change where you're able, maybe for those of you where this is someone from your past, where you're waiting for a relationship to heal and you're having to wait for things to come back together. You're having to wait for maybe for someone to make a decision. That can also be what we're seeing over here with the Lovers. This is going to be much better the second time around with the 6 of Swords. It will be a much healthier relationship. So, I mean, I feel like, I mean, there's a strong message of Leo waiting for something here with the 3 of Wands repeating itself. There's a strong message of you waiting for something. And again, I mean, you have the Fool up here, which, I mean, it's right next to this 3 of Wands. So for some of you, you're waiting for this new beginning. You're waiting maybe for, you know, perhaps a new person to come in. But for those who are already coupled, you're waiting maybe for someone to let you know that they still want to be with you or they want to get back together with you. Again, it's going to be different for everyone. Also, another thing that I'm seeing here, the Lovers can definitely also represent, let me move you this way. The Lovers can definitely also represent the sign of Gemini. The Devil can represent the sign of Capricorn. And then we have the Hierophant here, which represents the sign of Taurus. So, I mean, there's a lot of possible scenarios here. I just feel like Leo is waiting for something, but you're not waiting in vain. Things can change very unexpectedly. You have the Knight of Swords right smack in the middle of the reading. So there can be very unpredictable changes around a relationship where you feel like this is where you really belong, where you have this strong, you know, kind of really close bond with this person. For many of you, there can also be communication that's very important in the month of April. With the Page of Cups being here, this is someone really speaking from the heart. Perhaps someone is still letting you know they still care, but for those who are single, it can definitely also be somebody new letting you know that they're interested in you. Let's go ahead and move on to the X spread, and I'm going to use this deck right here. I've already shuffled it, so let me just get these out of the way for you. Keep in mind for the X spread, it can be someone that you were in a long-term relationship with, but it can also just be someone that you dated. Maybe you just went on a few dates and you just want to know if you're going to hear from them again or if they're still interested. Let's see what comes up for you. Show me the energies around Leo and their ex. Got the 5 of Cups. Show me the energies around Leo and their ex for April. The Tower. Show me the energies around Leo and their ex for April. The 2 of Cups. So this is a repeat card. Leo and their ex for April. The 3 of Wands. Okay, that's really strange. So this is the 3rd time we've seen this card. Leo and their ex for April. The Page of Swords. Leo and their ex for April. And the 5 of Swords. Okay, so let's take a look at these. So you do have 2 repeat cards, which are these 2 cards right here. So these are highly significant for you because I've only pulled 6 and they just happen to be cards that have already shown up in the other readings. So let me get these for you, especially this Three of Wands energy, because this is, I mean, this card has come up now 3 times. Here it is, and here it is from the first reading that I did for you. From this deck, and then also came up from the confirmation deck. I don't think I've seen this in any of the readings, and Leo is the last sign that I'm reading for. So there is definitely some waiting going on for the sign of Leo. Here you go. 3 of Wands, 3 of Wands, 3 of Wands. This is probably the most important thing that you need to hear. Again, this is a general reading, so it's going to be different for everyone. You're waiting for things to fall into place. We're looking at a relationship where things are over. Maybe you're still talking, maybe you're not, but you're no longer in a relationship. The strongest message that I see here for you right here is that you're having to wait. And again, the 3 of Wands does mean that you're not waiting in vain, but you do have to wait for that perfect timing, for everything to fall into place. Okay, so let's take a look at the rest of the reading here. You've got the 5 of Cups, the Tower, and the 2 of Cups. Let's focus on these first 3. So, I mean, the 5 of Cups does represent that, you know, perhaps you've not, this is a card of not yet healing from something painful that happened. You're dwelling on your pain. And this is a card of sadness and tears and just feeling really disappointed that, you know, someone wasn't what you wanted them to be, and you just keep dwelling on that pain and you can't shake it off. However, you do have the Tower here, and the Tower is, you know, something very unexpected happening, and you did have a similar energy in the first spread that I did for you. It was actually the Knight of Swords, which I told you this is a lot, for me, this is a lot like the Tower. There are unpredictable changes in your love life, so the Tower can be something that blows your mind. Here you are, perhaps sad, you know, you're crying, you just can't quite get over this person that left your life. This can be, you know, very unexpected communication or things just changing very quickly. I mean, you have the 2 of Cups 2 times. I mean, you may be hearing that your ex still loves you, they still want you back. The main energy from the first deck is the Page of Cups, which does represent communication from the heart. So, I mean, this could definitely tie in with the Tower, which is shocking communication. So the 2 of Cups in itself, it has repeated itself. It's telling me that even if things are over between you and your ex, you still have a very strong bond, a very strong emotional bond. It's still there. You may not be together anymore, but it's still there. You're just having to wait. Again, the 3 of Wands 3 times. This is all about timing. And again, with the 3 of Wands, you're not waiting in vain. You're waiting for that perfect opportunity for everything to fall into place. You also have the Page of Swords here. To me, the Page of Swords represents honesty. There is the need to be completely honest. And it can definitely be that somebody made a mistake, because you have the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords can be sabotage. Someone made a decision that they really regret. Pretty much, this is a card of just ruining everything because of a mistake, making a very unwise decision. You might be hearing the truth about what really happened with your ex. You could be hearing that they messed up. Maybe they chose someone else over you. They might be telling you that they regret that. Or they may just be telling you that they regret leaving their relationship. I mean, this is huge. Sorry about that. This is huge. 3 of Wands 3 times. Again, I have not seen this in any of the other readings. So you're definitely waiting for like an opportunity, again, to be with your ex. And again, this may mean something else to some of you. I mean, it's hard to say in a general reading, so I try to go over all the possible scenarios, but I mean, to me, the most important thing that stands out is that you're just waiting for that perfect timing. Maybe they need to see the truth of what happened here. Maybe they need to see the truth that they made a very bad decision, maybe in choosing somebody else. Maybe they made a bad decision and just kind of leaving you. Again, sabotage. Let me get one more card for you. What final message is there for the sign of Leo about their ex for April 2019? The message that you have, Leo. Wow, so another repeat card. The Hierophant. And it's kind of, interesting that it would be this card, because you did have the soulmate card also repeat itself. This is a card of, of soulmates, having a strong bond with someone, and this would be your ex. And now the Hierophant has repeated itself as well. This is, perhaps this is where you really belong. And maybe, again, maybe you know this, but your ex doesn't. Maybe, again, that's what you're waiting for them to see. So there's really nothing that you can do, again, except wait, is what we see here. This reading is pretty much just a confirmation that what you thought was real is real. Again, soulmate card 2 times, the Hierophant, kindred spirits and soulmates 2 times. Although you may be very upset right now, you may be very sad. Again, you're just waiting. Also the 2 5s I just noticed, 5 of Cups and 5 of Swords. The 5s, actually, you know what? The Hierophant as well. So there's quite a few 5s. It just seems for the sign of Leo, there is some problems there. The 5s do represent a problem and a challenge standing in the way of your relationship with your ex. This can definitely be why we have the Devil as well. This can be, a negative influence on your relationship, or someone's maybe in a really pessimistic place. This explains why you're waiting. Okay, Leo, this has been your love reading for April 2019. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you again next month.